Hello, one and all. My card, sir. Ah! How's everybody doing today? It is I, once again. You know what this is. What's been going on? Well, as some of you may have seen, I went to Texas Frightmare Weekend this past weekend. Posted a video. Go check it out if you haven't seen it already. It's about 40 minutes of your life you're not going to get back. Just to let you know. And while I was there, I told myself, man, when you get back, you've got a pile of movies to watch. Why don't you do that? So I started yesterday, and I put a very tiny, and I wouldn't even call it a dent. It was more like a scratch, like a little, like one, not even a keen scratch. It was like just this little nick in the pile. And I watched Baisse-moi, if I said that right, which translates to rape me. I've heard mixed reviews on that movie, and after seeing it, I can personally say that it is now one of my favorite exploitation flicks. Kind of like Thelma and Louise on Crank. Uh, I'll give a more in-depth review on that one later. I also watched Among the Living, which is brought to you by the happy people who brought you Inside. This one had a creep factor unlike any other creep factor, and I don't mean it like scary, like it was like frightening. It was a little unnerving, but the protagonist in this movie was an eerie dude, man. I got to tell you, just eerie. If he sat across from you on the bus, you'd probably move. You know, in a world where they try to make the for lack of a better word, villain, like grotesque and deformed, and three eyes and fangs and I don't know what else. This guy was just very plain looking, but plain looking on a level that was just like, oh, I don't know. It's hard to describe. Again, more in depth review coming your way later. And then the third movie I watched was Lucker the Necrophagus. This is one that I had some high hopes for. I mean, you put like some necrophilia in there, and it's like, hell yeah. But I got to tell you, it was a tad disappointing. There was probably one scene in that whole movie that made me say, "Oh shit, that's pretty wild." But for the most part, it was just it started to grate on my nerves a little bit. I have to say, it may be a cult classic and it may have a following, but that doesn't always necessarily mean it's a good movie. And it doesn't mean that even if you're into like the cult type movies, that you're gonna like every single one. I know that. I took a chance getting it, and this is one of those once is enough kind of things. Once you've seen it, I have been hearing about that movie for years. I mean, damn near a decade at least. And I kept telling myself, I'm gonna get that movie. I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna get it. And the opportunity arose a few months ago. I got it, and it sat on my shelf for a while. And then yesterday I watched it, and I was just kind of like. At one point, I muted it because it was getting on my nerves. The girls are supposed to sound like they're in some kind of like really big trouble, but they sound more like they're having some kind of a weird orgasm. It was just like, shut up already. Would you kill this bitch, please? I sounded so misogynistic. I was just like, this bitch is getting on my nerves. Would you just cut her throat already? Shit. So, Yeah, well, I can say I finally got that one out of the way, and I have to say it was underwhelming to say the least. Um, just got some more in. I had just posted something on Facebook the other day about being a movie hoarder. Like, I think I got into this habit of ordering the movies because they look good. It's kind of like when you have Netflix, right? And you're like, oh man, that sounds good. Put that on the queue. Oh, that sounds good. Put that on the queue. Put that on the queue. Queue, 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 queue. And then before you know it, you got 300 movies on your queue and you haven't watched any of them. Okay? That's what it started to become like with Amazon. I'd see a movie and I'm like, man, that sounds fucking good. Right now, as it stands, I've got about $800 worth of movies on my save for later list because I keep pushing them to the back and holding on to them and stuff. So yeah, I've got quite a few movies that I want to order. Will I ever order them? I don't know. But what's worse than that is the movies that I have ordered, and then I'm like, all right, and then I put them on the shelf, and then I go watch the fucking Shawshank Redemption on AMC for the 15th damn time. I have Shawshank Redemption on Blu-ray still wrapped in plastic. But every time it comes on TV, hey, all right, Shawshank Redemption, and I just watch that. What the fuck's the matter with me? But yeah, when I got back from TFW, I was in movie buying mode. I was like, what else can I get into? And I have a few more. This is not it. There's a few more coming my way, and I need to slow down on the movie purchases. Um, just because I have other financial obligations. I have plans for the not too distant future. And I have a lot of movies I have not watched yet. And I need to do that before I start stacking more movies on the shelf. But for now, this is what I got. And I got them for good reason because I have to tell you, the trailers looked great. The storyline sounded awesome. Excuse me for yawning. I did just wake up about an hour ago and I'm not fully firing on all pistons. I don't even know why I'm making this video right now, to be completely honest with you, because I like to be a little more awake and a little more put together rather than like my hair is like jacked and digging in my ear in front of you. Rub, doing the nose thing. Sorry. But anyways, this one caught my eye, and I didn't know what to expect. And when I saw the trailer, I have to admit, the first time I saw the trailer, I was kind of like, oh, this is like an English movie, and it's about Nazi Germany. I thought maybe there'd be some subtitles or something, but it didn't look bad. And I just saw this, it says unrated director's cut. But it's called Reichsfuhrer SS. Now, again, for those who see that and say, fucking Nazi, I'm not into these movies because I'm any kind of a Nazi sympathizer. But sometimes, when you want to go exploitation, this is what you do, because Nazi exploitation usually winds up being just a little edgier than most. I've got one here I ordered because it's still in the plastic, but I've seen this movie before, so this one doesn't count. But SS Hell Camp, anyone? Yes. Got this beast looking. Look, the dude on the cover looks like a one-eyed cyclops creature trying to have sex with this woman, but it's actually just this guy right here, who's just a bit on the Neanderthal side, but come on, man, he's not so bad. You can probably take them home to mom, ladies. But yeah, I saw the trailer for this one and I thought, that looks pretty cool, man. So I picked that one up. And this one here looked psychotic. I mean, it looked just like total mind trip kind of thing. And it boasts that now you can't always go by what they say on the cover because they are trying to sell a product. So of course they're going to say things that make you say, "Oh, okay, yeah, I got to have that." Um, but it lauds itself as the most depraved film of the 21st century. Depravity sounds good, and I just dropped one of the new movies. Um, one of you probably have seen this already, and you probably didn't like it, and I'm sure I'm going to hear from somebody say, that movie sucks ass. I hear it at least once every time I get a new movie. But it's called Someone's Knocking at the Door. Somebody's ringing the bell. Do me a favor, open the door and let them in. Oh, yeah. Smooth, right? I don't know what the fuck possessed me to just do that. Anyway, Someone's Knocking at the Door. If you haven't heard of it, go to YouTube, type in Someone's Knocking at the Door trailer, and you get a little hint of what's going on there. It looked pretty heavy. I think it takes place in an insane asylum or something. But yeah, it looked pretty cool. Let me try to find this movie that I just dropped. Excuse me. Okay, I'm back. And this last one, some of you are familiar with. When I saw the trailer for it, the first thing that popped into my head was single white female. You had a chick trying to copy another chick, trying to take over her life, trying to absorb everything she is, trying to copy her style. And that's creepy in and of itself. But as I watched the trailer, I said, hey, wait a minute, this offers just a little bit more than that. And it looks pretty raw and wild. And that movie is Excess Flesh. This is more along the lines of not just one girl admiring another girl's life and wanting to I guess experience her life, but it's about one girl admiring another girl. Well, I wouldn't say admiring, but wanting her life or her lifestyle. But the girl that's being admired is one of those thin chicks, and the other one's a little heavy set. You know, not grotesquely obese. This isn't crazy fat Ethel, but she's a little portly, thick, as I would say, thick. But she's a little insane. Again, go check out the trailer. Give you a better idea of what I'm talking about. Excess Flesh trailer on YouTube. Check it out. That's what I did. That's what made me decide to go ahead and get this bad boy. I'm actually expecting more movies today, and I will show them to you if I get them. It might be a late delivery, who knows? But yeah, maybe I should just go check the mailbox because the mail lady brought this to me straight to the door. But sometimes they'll stick a package down in there, and then when one doesn't fit, they bring me the package. I don't know. You know, I'm grateful for that. But if you're going to come to my door anyway, just bring me everything. But yeah, I'll probably go check in just a little while just to see. But until then, everyone, that's what I got. And the movie love fest continues today. I'm going to knock out a pile of movies and try to give you at least, I'll do like maybe 3 to 5 reviews per video. I got to get back into doing the reviews. That's what started most of this. Was I would review a movie. I would tell you about the movie. Lately, all I've been doing is saying, I ordered this, 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 and this. Look what I got in the mail today. Look at the new t-shirt. and rambling about shit. I haven't been doing any reviews, which I'm not under any obligation to do reviews, but I figure if that's the channel I started, that's the format I should stick with, and you know, give you a little, at least a little bit of an opinion on the movie, a little one, like the ones I just did, like a little more than that, but not a full blown deal. I'm not getting paid for this. So the only payment I receive is your admiration. Really, that means the world to me. In fact, at TFW last year, last year, someone walked up to me in a crowd and said, "Hey, you're Mr. Cinema Junky," and I have to tell you, it was kind of a really cool feeling to be recognized like that. Um, that person, by the way, was a super cool dude named Matt Druzio from the channel Hero Him. We had been like corresponding for 5 years off and on. Not so much like personal messages, but like they'd make a video and I'd comment on it, and I'd make a video, they'd comment on it, and then they gave me a couple of shout outs in their videos, just, saying that they like my channel, which I completely appreciate. But to be picked out in a crowd of a sea of faces, yeah, it was kind of a cool feeling. And then this past weekend, two people did that. Uh, one cat, I'm so sorry, I don't remember your Christian name, your given name, but he told me his name was, I believe, Movie Guy 14. If anybody knows him, please comment below, tell me his real name. I'd like to find him on Facebook and send him a friend request and say thank you and all that good stuff. Movie Guy 14. I was sitting at a table and he walked up to me and said, "Hey, you're from YouTube, aren't you?" And I was like, "Well, I guess you could say that." And, shook hands. And then when I was on the elevator, someone who didn't even give me a name said, "Hey, you're from YouTube, ain't you?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I am." And says, "Oh, that's what I'm talking about." And put his hand out. We shook hands, and I was like, I walked off the elevator feeling like 10 feet tall, man. I felt pretty good, and I was like, man, there's YouTubers out there that have like vast amounts of fans, and they get a weekly paycheck, and all they must feel like freaking kings, man. Because I felt pretty badass having one person know who I was. Two people knowing who I was just like, I was over the friggin' moon. Who knows what next year will bring, right? Maybe this time it'll be a girl. "Oh, Mr. Cinema Junky, you're so cute. Can I have a kiss and a picture?" Sure, I can do that. But, anyways, come back down to earth, man. Take it easy. Alright, guys, that's it for now. Sorry for rambling as long as I did. This is way too long for this kind of video. 18 minutes, seriously, I could have covered this in 5. But I hope you were at least a little entertained by the stories and stuff. So, yeah, that's it for now. And a quick shout out to Ryan Nicholson, who is on the mend. As some of you may know, he's having some medical issues, and he's back, but now starts another stage of healing, and without putting the man's business all over the place, I just want to say, Ryan, we all love you, and we're all pulling for you, and keep up the good fight, man. You got this. Get back in that director's chair. Pump out that sleaze, man. Because we miss you. So, everyone, take care, and I'll be talking to you real soon. Thanks again for watching. Always appreciated.